Hello, and welcome to my channel, Knotty Gnome Crafts. My name is Sarah, and you can find me as Knotty Gnome on Instagram. Whether you are a new or returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me, and today's video is going to be all about my 5 tried and true patterns for summer. But before we get started, I will share with you what I'm wearing. This is the Jennifer Lauren handmade Hunter tank that I made out of a white linen that I got from Fabric Mart. And on the bottom, I'm wearing my McCalls ruffle skirt, and I'll insert a picture so you can see what the full outfit looks like. So before I get into the video, I do want to issue some caveats. I always like to qualify things before I get started. So these 5 patterns, I do consider to be tried and true for me. However, because I'm just not the kind of person who makes dozens of the same pattern over and over again, some of these I've only made them once or twice. I've definitely made all of them at least one time, and they are a favorite pattern of mine. I do have intentions to make more of them in the future, but just because I tend not to repeat my patterns that much, I'm not going to have something on the list that I've just made over and over and over again. Just to keep that in mind. But I do stand behind all 5 of these patterns. I think that they're really great for summer, and I definitely will be making more in the future. So let's just get started. These are not going to be in any particular order, so I'm just going to talk about them as they're on the rack here. And I will be inserting photos of me wearing the garments in different outfits so you can get an idea of what they look like on. So the first pattern I want to talk about is the True Bias Ogden Cami. It's extremely popular in the sewing community. I would be very surprised if you haven't heard of it. I have actually made 4 versions of this tank, and I currently have 3 of them still in my wardrobe. It took me a little bit of fitting work to get it to fit me properly, and so the very first version that I made didn't really fit me very well in the chest, and so I ended up donating that one. But I still have the other 3 versions, and they are a summer staple for me. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Rifle Paper Company rayon fabric. I absolutely love this fabric. It's so beautiful. And of my 3 Ogden camis that are in my wardrobe, I have a really hard time deciding which one is my favorite. I will say that I probably wear this one the most. This was the second version that I made. It's out of a silk charmeuse that I got from Fabric Mart. And it was really, really challenging to sew with this fabric, but I was super proud of myself for persevering. The Ogden cami features, in case you're not familiar, it has thin spaghetti straps, and then it has a V in the front and also a V in the back, and it has a partial lining. And I think for my versions, I ended up lengthening the pattern just a little bit to make it easier to tuck in. And there are also 2 versions of this pattern. There's a smaller size band and a larger size band. The larger size band does have bust darts, and it has a little bit thicker straps. And I will be inserting line drawings and sizing charts for both versions so that you can take a look and compare for yourself. The third version that I made is out of this polyester crepe that I got from Blackbird Fabrics. And I don't wear this one quite as much, probably because it's polyester, but I do still really like it. And it's actually, I think it functions well as a neutral. It goes with a lot of different things in my wardrobe. And I do wear all 3 of these camis, as I said, quite frequently during the summer. And even sometimes in the spring or fall, if it's warmer out, I might layer it with a cardigan or a jacket. So that was my first tried and true pattern for summer, the Ogden Cami by True Bias. The second pattern that I want to talk about is the Love Notions Rhapsody Blouse. The reason that this is a tried and true pattern for me, I've made it twice so far, is because of all of the different options. I will be putting up a picture of the line drawings. You can see that I think that there's 9 different sleeve options, and you can make a top or you can make it a dress. And so there's just so many variations and so much potential available to you that's why I see myself making this top over and over again. It's a really lovely, comfortable, fairly loose fitting blouse. I would not say that it's oversized, but it's just not form fitting. This is the first version that I made out of a cotton rayon fabric that I got from Joann.com, and I made the sleeveless version. I really like the way that you can tie it in the front, or you can just leave the ties loose, and it's very casual. There's a yoke in the back, and it has a pleat, And the sizing, I believe, goes from extra small up to 5XL. And as I said, there's so many different variations that is why I consider this pattern to be a TNT, because you could literally make so many different versions for all seasons and have several like really different looking tops. The second version that I made in this pattern was I actually made a dress, and I hacked it a little bit. So this is a cotton eyelet fabric that I got from Joann's, and this time I added the 3/4 sleeves with the little bell edge, which is really pretty. And then for this version, I inserted a ruffle into the yoke just to add a little bit of a more feminine detail. And then the dress does have you add elastic to kind of cinch it in at the waist, which I really like. And then for my other hack, I added a tier to the bottom of the skirt just to make it a little bit more feminine and frilly for spring and summer. And I will be inserting a couple pictures of me wearing this dress. I just think that it's the perfect summer garment. And as I said, I will definitely consider this as a TNT pattern that I will make over and over again in different versions. The next TNT pattern on my list at number 3 is the McCalls 8058. This is a basic t-shirt dress that comes with so many options. You can do it long sleeve, sleeveless, or short sleeve, and there's several neckline variations as well, so you can make this pattern over and over again and have different looking basic t-shirt dresses. So far, I have only made this one version out of a cotton spandex jersey that I got from StyleMaker Fabrics, but I absolutely love this dress, and I've already worn it, I think 3 times since I've made it. I think I just finished it last month, so that's how you know that I love something this much, when I wear it right away. And yeah, this is just, for me, it fits me really well. And the only thing that I don't like about the pattern is that it does not come with, for the round versions of the neck, it doesn't come with a neckband. It just wants you to turn the edges under and stitch it down, and I just prefer the neckband finish. But that was a really easy fix. I just drafted and added my own neckband. And yeah, I just think this is the perfect t-shirt dress. It's something I will go to for years to come because it never goes out of style. And you can just make so many different versions in different fabrics. I would probably always make this in a somewhat stable fabric. Like, I don't think I would use a rayon jersey for this, just because I think that it might be a little bit too clingy. But certainly a cotton jersey would be perfect. You could do solids, you could do stripes, you can do prints. There's just endless variations, and that is why I love this pattern, and it will definitely become a TNT. Number 4 on my list is the Hey June handmade Willamette shirt. I have made 3 versions of this shirt, and I currently have 2 in my wardrobe. The other one was a tie-dyed version that I had dyed the fabric myself, and although I liked it, I just didn't really wear it that much, so I ended up donating that one. But the thing that I like about this shirt is that it's very easy to put together as far as shirt construction goes. You don't have to have all of the really detailed like collar stand and that kind of thing. It's just a pretty easy shirt to put together. And it also has a feature that it does not have a button placket. You can just stitch it closed and then just pull it over your head. You don't actually need to put buttons on. And because my machine is terrible at buttonholes, I really liked that idea of not having to make the buttonholes. So on this version here, I put buttons on, but I actually just sewed them all the way through the placket. There's no buttonholes. The buttons are just stitched on for decoration, and I really like that. There's also a lot of different options with this pattern. You can make it cropped. There's like a curved hem version. You can play with the direction of the fabric. There's a version that has stripes, where you can have the stripes going different directions. You can add a cuff, which I did for this version, or you can leave it off, which I did for this one. And you can also use lots of different fabrics. So both of these are a stable cotton. This one is a cotton seersucker that I got from Fabric Mart, and this is actually an art gallery quilting cotton. But you can also use softer drapier fabrics like rayon or silk, and it would just have a little bit of a softer look. I like that this is a pretty boxy, it's not super oversized, but it's a little bit not as fitted. And I like that boxy shape for summer. It's just a little bit looser on your body and it's more comfortable. There's also different options for the back. I think that you can do like a box pleat, or you can do an inverted pleat like I did here. And I don't remember if there are other options, but you can definitely like change it to gathers if you wanted. You can just do so many different things with this shirt that I think it's a really versatile make, and I will definitely be making it again in the future. So we're down to number 5 on my summer tried and true patterns list, and it is the Simplicity 9267 button front skirt. The version that I've made, I've only made one so far, is out of this beautiful rayon challis from Atelier Jupe. And the features of this skirt is that it has these front slash pockets, it has pleats on both the front and the back, and then it has a button placket that goes all the way down. And there are several different lengths that come with the pattern. I believe it has a knee length, a midi length, and a longer length. And the version that I made here is the longer length. But I think that this pattern is really versatile, not just for summer, but for any time of year. Because of the different lengths and because of the fabric options, you can really use almost any sort of fabric. You can use something soft and drapey like this one is, or you can use a more stable fabric. I believe the pattern cover shows it in like a seersucker cotton. That would be really wonderful. Or you could even go up to like a denim or like a lightweight corduroy for more of like a fall look. And I can see myself keeping this pattern in my stash for years to come and just making this over and over again in different fabrics, and it would have a totally different look. And yeah, I think that it would be really great in linen. There's just so many possibilities with this skirt, and it goes with so many things. I think that I was scrolling through my camera roll to find pictures for this video, and I think that I had the most outfit photos with this skirt because it just goes with so many things in my wardrobe. And I actually really like that about this because I don't wear a ton of prints, but I think that this is sort of deceptively more versatile than you would think, that it just goes with so many different kinds of tops. So there you have it. That is my top 5 TNT patterns for summer. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. I could do another one for when fall hits. And yeah, let me know if you've tried any of these patterns and if you like them, and if what are your tried and true patterns for summer, because I would love to have more things to try on my list. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.